Hi, my name is Sarah Acitelli, and I am the pool manager here at the community pool. I am giving my training presentation to my audience of lifeguards. So basically, what we're going to be talking about today is how to recognize victims who are in distress in the water. For the first slide, I will be talking about what is to come. Basically, I will be telling you what are distress swimmers. There are 6 different types that you need to be able to recognize while you are on duty, and then also why is this important for you to know. So first, what does distress even mean? If you picture it in your mind, basically when you picture someone drowning, you probably see someone flapping their arms in the water, trying to keep their head afloat. Basically, that is just a generalization and a stereotype. There are many different forms of distress that people will go through that will eventually lead them to be drowning victims. And the real definition, according to the Webster's Dictionary, is that it is someone who is in pain or suffering of the body, either mentally or physically. And also, and a very important thing to note is that not everyone will call for help. With that being said, I will move on to the first type of distressed swimmer, which is the tired swimmer. The tired swimmer is one of those exceptions of people that may ask for help when they are in a feeling of distress. Basically, someone who is a tired swimmer, they will swim in short bursts with very little progress. They will give an effort to keep trying, but because they have a lack of energy, they won't be physically capable of swimming. Basically, the tired swimmer, it will be very calm. They only need a helping hand, whether it's if you would jump in the water, help them keep swimming, or even carry them to the side so that they can cling onto a wall. With that being said, when you do go to rescue a tired swimmer, you can make physical contact with them while you are trying to help them. With some of the other types I'm going to discuss, it may not be a good idea to do that, and I will explain why. The next type of swimmer is the injured swimmer. The injured swimmer is someone who is injured physically, whether they have burns, which probably won't apply at the swimming pool area. They can have open cuts, broken bones, spinal injuries, and head injuries due to maybe hitting their head when they jump in the water, on the bottom of the pool, or even going off the diving board or slide. With injured victims, the rescue becomes more complex. This is because they are injured. There are many types of injuries, so you need to watch how you take them out of the water and how you are going to care for them. When you do get them out of the water, it is important that you treat the victim, don't do any more harm to their injury, but then also go and get more help. The next type of swimmer is an endangered swimmer. This is good to know, but it might not be relevant to our pool situation. But for the class, I'm going to teach you this anyways. It basically, endangered swimmers are someone who might be affected by currents or waves or even flooding. Due to various situations, the rescue responses will vary for these. And for this type of swimmer, it is very important to just get the swimmer to safety and then get extra help if you need it. But their safety is the primary concern. The next type of swimmer is the distressed swimmer. This is when your rescue becomes more urgent because this type of swimmer has panic and they have anxiety. The timing of your rescue for the distressed swimmer is extremely important. This being said, because they could turn into a drowning victim, and you do not want this to happen. The distressed swimmer will be someone who has gone beyond their abilities. They cannot keep swimming anymore. This type of swimmer is also one of those exceptions as to they might call for help or wave their hands. Next, we have the actively drowning victim. These victims are still flapping their arms. They are in extreme panic. This is right before they go in submersion underneath the water or even to a state of unconsciousness. They will be doing a lot of head bobbing because they obviously are having a lot of trouble breathing. They will probably get water in their lungs. For this type of swimmer, a speedy rescue is very essential. So you need to get to them as fast as you can. And it is also important when you are rescuing that type of swimmer that you do not make physical contact. Because they are in such a state of panic, they could pull you under the water along with themselves, and they could possibly cause you to start drowning too. So the last type of victim I will be talking about is the unconscious victim. The unconscious victim is someone who is already at a state of unconsciousness. They could have hit their head on the pool, they could have blacked out, they could have had a heart attack, a seizure. These are all very important things, and they need to be out of the water extremely fast. This is the most urgent type of rescue that you will be performing. With this type of rescue, you need to make contact with the victim. You need to grab them and pull them out of the water. Most of the other ones I mentioned, it is not a good idea to make contact with them because they could cause you to drown, but since they are already unconscious, you need to grab them and pull them out as fast as you can. So now that we know the 6 types of distressed swimmers, I'll tell you why you need to know this. It is your job as a lifeguard to know these kind of things. You need to be able to identify this so you know how to correctly rescue the swimmer. If you don't know this, you're not going to be able to do your job correctly. You are putting yourself in danger, and you are putting the lives of other people in danger. So always pay attention when you're doing this. And then there are consequences to this if you don't know how to identify a distressed swimmer. An article by the SWSN reported that back in 2013, there was a lifeguard who was not paying attention and did not recognize a swimmer in distress. An 8-year-old boy ended up dying because the lifeguard did not know how to do her job. So she not only lost the life of an 8-year-old boy, but then she's now being charged with criminal charges for not being able to do her job. With that being said, just pay attention and be able to recognize this. And if you have any questions, that's it. Thank you guys so much. I'm done. I'll show just my audience.